All right, I've just finished a 24-hour fast. I feel like that's the best detox I could do. And I'm trying a new product. I don't know how I feel about it yet. It's like some leave-in conditioner. Like I didn't just get out of the shower. I wanted to see how it would impact texture. Because, I don't know. I'm looking for something that doesn't harden. Because like, my hair product right now requires hardness to hold. So I'm looking for something that's really good. I'm looking for something that can hold the hair and keep it like that kind of glossy look. Because I have really frizzy, coarse, wiry hair. Oh my god, mashed potatoes are the best thing that ever got invented. Anyway, I'm trying to find a product that like doesn't ruin the texture while also keeping it under control. Because I have a unique and difficult hair type. So, I ended up like going for this one because of the wet look thing, but it's actually like scented. And it reminds me of my teenage years because when I was younger, I always used this essential oil, sandalwood. It was like a sandalwood essential oil, and I used it for everything. I used it for, purification and connecting with your higher self, intuition, psychic abilities, all of that stuff that sandalwood's typically used for. But I also just wore it. I liked the smell. And it's interesting how that piece comes back because I was just talking about receiving that ability back from when we were kids. And for me, I think that ability is effortless conversation. Because when I was that age, when I was wearing the sandalwood, I had no problem talking to anybody. I could just go. I could sit down next to a total stranger. It didn't matter what age they were. And I could just talk so comfortably and I could make them feel comfortable, included, seen. And I didn't realize it was a gift until I lost the ability to do that one-on-one. And I think that the key here is sandalwood. Maybe I should harness that smell. And I'm not really the type to wear my hair down like this. If I did use this kind of product, I would probably try it with the slick back, or I don't know. Maybe I'll look at some styles, because while I'm growing it out, it might be a little awkward. It might take a little bit of doing to find something that works, something that I like in the interim. But so far, it's giving it an interesting texture at the very least. And it shouldn't dry out, theoretically. I mean, it's still damp, so like we'll see. But if the key to this is smell is deeply associated with your memories, right? Sometimes people can smell something and it'll pull back an entire period of their lives. Mashed potatoes, for example, they were the first food that I was really able to eat and keep down after I finished my 30-day fast, and I don't know what it is about potatoes now. I never liked them that much before. They were fine. But every single time I smell them, it just takes me back to that moment, and I don't feel hungry, I feel comfort. It's like mashed potatoes, unflavored, unseasoned, nothing in them, unflavored mashed potatoes became this feeling of safety. Because I had such bad anxiety about breaking the fast and like going into shock. And when I knew I could get them down and keep them down, and I wasn't going to go into any kind of metabolic crisis, it felt safe. Sandalwood made me feel safe too. So, I did did a 24-hour fast, and I thought about going longer. I thought about doing like a 2-day. But I think Spirit got the message across. And I've had some complicated emotions the last 24 hours. A wide range of emotions might be a better way to put it. But I feel in control. And I did not like feeling out of control. Which is, I think, it's what happened, right? Hold on. It was controlled loss of control. And it was more of letting go than losing it. But I have a fork, I swear. See? It's right here. But there's something in the energy right now that's very primal. It's very instinctual. It's very... whiff of sandalwood. It's giving in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I think it was Faith. When Faith became a Slayer, she didn't have instructions or something like that. She didn't know what was going on. And it was like her previous selves, her ancestors, her previous Slayers were all speaking in her mind. The head and the heart, the head and the heart. Teaching her everything she needed to know, even though she didn't have the memories. They gave them their own memories. They gave them to Faith. It could have been Buffy, but I think it was Faith. And this is giving what this is. I'm getting this, every time I smell the sandalwood, I feel spirit. I smell and I feel spirit. And maybe that's always what that was. I don't have those memories. So they're going to give them back to me, or they're going to give me theirs. But whatever it is going to come through in the form of channel and open vocation. That's not a thing. Maybe it is a thing. Free speaking is what I'm hearing. Open vocation is what I wanted to say, but free speaking. It's almost giving me automatic writing vibes, but with talking. And maybe that form of channel can see right into minds. Seeing parts that they don't want to see themselves, perhaps. But that's not the point. The point is your abilities, this clairsentience, this Jasper-like aura where you can impact how others feel, their vibrations, just by being around, is about to magnify in a way that is expressed vocally. Because we have expanded it. And we don't need to worry about bringing this stuff to the surface because it's going to happen passively. Because I didn't seek out sandalwood. I didn't remember that I used it. Spirit brought it back through the actions we were already taking. Spirit aligned and took advantage of the situation that I was already going to partake in order to bring that scent back into my world at the exact right time when I was going to talk about the stuff, about the gift, and to have it coincide with this feeling and control, the reassertion of control, while leaning into this primal energy. You're a force of fucking nature. You always have been, from the dawn of time.